Pete Trades.
Real trades, real talk.
Hello everybody, welcome to the video. Today is Tuesday, November 26th. It is Thanksgiving week, and in this video, I'm going to cover this other great comment that I got on my YouTube video yesterday. I'm going to cover where we are with the current price action and how I traded. And this makes me proud. This might make some of you proud, but I actually sat out the range today. Granted, I did have a flight 45 minutes an hour and 15 minutes into market open. So I was only able to watch the first 30 or 40 minutes of price action, but I did sit out of the price because I identified we were in a range. So yeah, let's read this comment. You probably already read it, but let's read this comment and then let's talk about the price and why my biggest revelation or my epiphany that this guy is hoping I have, I think is underway. So he says, "You're a good dude, and I think you genuinely aspire to be a successful trader. Thank you," and I do. "Feeling good." In the last video, I said, "I'm feeling good." He says, "You accept failure at an arguably unprecedented scale and attribute it to tuition." Fair. I am very persistent. Nothing can stop me except me. You identify changes that need to be made, but don't make the change. You're the one standing in the way. Yep, totally right. I am close, guys. This is what I said. He says, "You're not even sniffing a rational way to engage the market in real time. 43 trades and 90 contracts, trading a 5-minute chart for 3 hours. 3 years, Pete. I feel like I want your success more than you. Grant me the gift of an epiphany this year. Somewhere in this train wreck is a profitable trader. You got to find him." So first of all, thank you so much, because there's nothing, I say this in my comment below, but there's nothing better than a person who genuinely wants to see you succeed, critiquing you and criticizing you and kind of giving you that tough love to help you be better. So yeah, thank you a lot. I pushed back. I'll say this in the comment, but the 43 trades, there was really only 6 trades that I took yesterday. Tradeovate, I think for every time you buy or sell, it counts it as a trade. And on some trades, I scaled in and scaled out. So maybe one trade might show up in Tradeovate as 8 to 10 trades, maybe even more, depending on how many contracts I use, because I use micros now. But still, yeah, I mean, I don't have any criticism. I mean, or pushback. I mean, this guy's totally right, and I appreciate it. I'll show my comment so you can. I sent this guy a book as a comment back, but yeah, you guys can pause it if you want to read this. But this is the key concept of what I'm going to talk about today is basically not trading, right? So historically, all my losses have come from my big losses have come from fighting the trend or from getting chopped up in a range. And I'm done doing that. I'm done with ranges, guys. I'm treating them like a toxic girl that you want nothing to do with, because it'll hurt you. And with me with ranges, it's the guy Russell in this comment, he captures it so well, because he says, "You're trying to capture every move in the market," and I totally am, but I know I don't need to do that, so I just have to do it. So what happened today, guys? I actually did sit out. You can be proud of me. Granted, I only watched this much of the market, and I did identify that bar 10 was a good buy signal, but I didn't take it because I couldn't trade at that point. But and yeah, this would have been a good buy because it cleared, or no, yeah, sorry. So this was like the first good. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. So we pushed up and then we paused, and then we pushed up, and then we pushed down. And I wasn't gonna get in on any of this just because we were inside yesterday's range. So sorry, let me go to MES. Okay, I think, yep, bar 14 was the first good buy in here. And you could have just targeted the top of the range and you could have got like 7 points. But none of this is good because I'm not going to trade the bottom of the ranges while there's air underneath. I identified it was a range pretty much right off the bat with these first couple bars. Like by bar 4, it was obvious. So I drew a box around it, and I said, I'm not going to trade this. We're inside yesterday's range. It is just not a good place to trade, okay? In here, it's not good. And I'm not going to try and buy support because when there's air underneath, that support often doesn't hold. In fact, this bar, I'll get rid of this box now, but this bar 7, it just spiked down, closed the gap, and then, it did drift down after that, but I wouldn't even look for longs at the bottom until we had some kind of support found, or till we closed this gap, which we did here in this chop here, and we're in an uptrend on the daily, we're in an uptrend on the hourly. So this still isn't like that amazing of a place to buy because we are inside yesterday's range, but it is more acceptable. This is like a B trade, not an A trade or an A plus, but a B, because we do have the hourly and higher time frame support. We have closed the gap, so this is like, and we're at these moving averages. So this is like the first time you can finally really start like thinking about getting long, buying this bar 14 close, or sorry, not the close, but putting a take limit buy order above bar 14, entering long, putting your take profit up here, just at the top of the range or just slightly above, and just walking away. And you could have gone from 18 points, up to 27 points and made 9 points, and that's a good day, okay? And then, bar 36, this is still a good trade because we've broken out of the range at this point. We've shown that we're bullish, and it's like a cup and handle. It consolidates at the top of the range, and you could target, above this, just like a few points above this pivot high, and you could have got another 10 points out of there. And I don't know. It's just not a great day to trade. You could have targeted, if you did want to, I wouldn't get in anymore over here because it's a very rangy day, especially after these really harsh pushback bars here. I just wouldn't trade inside of this. I'd draw a range around it. Once we get to the very top, we're slowly consolidating up. You could potentially buy one of these, and at the very end of the day it's spiked up, but at this close to the end of the market, I just wouldn't even mess around in here. So yeah, I didn't trade. It was great. It felt good to stay out, and I'm really, I'm gonna the thing is, what I did today is I won by doing nothing, okay? And winning by sitting out can feel just as good as winning by making dollars if you follow your process. Because here's the deal, I'm tired of having trading stress me out so much, of being confused by what the market is doing and trying to guess every move. And Russell in his message said it so right. You can be rich, you can get rich from just one setup. You don't need to try and capture every move. And that's a really like liberating and freeing concept, because I don't need to capture every move. And that's really it. There's really nothing else. It's really that simple. Trading really is simple, and it's as simple as saying, if you're barcoding like this, don't trade. If you're barcoding like this, don't trade. You can only buy this support just because we're in an uptrend on the hourly and the daily, and there's no gap underneath, and it seemed to have found some support here, so it makes sense that it can move up a little bit. Okay, it makes sense. That's okay. Bar 36, same thing. Bar. I just wouldn't trade at all in here because it's just such low ATR. I mean, these bars are barely moving at all, but I'm gonna be different now. I'm gonna have changed. I am gonna avoid ranges because I'm tired of them trying to trick me and mess with me. Let me show my plan. Is that up here? I wrote this in the comment, but this is really it, guys. This is it. I don't want to make it harder on myself. I have a playbook now, so in here, I have 3 trades, but 90% of my trades should be this trade. Every time I take a trade, I'm going to put it in the playbook, and 99% of them should look pretty similar. Okay, that's going to hold me accountable. So that's it. That's my video. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think about this revelation. Obviously, I've had a lot of revelations on this channel before, and they haven't led to me being profitable. But I think that hopefully this will actually be the one, because I'm so tired of the stress of guessing where the market's going and trying to solve the market and predict it. And I'm just going to treat it like, a toxic girl now. I'm not going to deal with it. Luckily I'm engaged, so I don't have to deal with being single. I can't even speak right now. But if I was, I would treat it as such. Stay away. You don't win by playing games with a toxic person. You just lose. You lose your time. You lose your sanity. You get stressed out. The best way is just to avoid, and that's how I'm going to treat the market when it's irrational, because when it's irrational and it doesn't make sense, I write it in here, it's spiky, confusing, misleading, and tricky. You just got to walk away, and you got to trade it when it makes sense, okay? It hasn't made very much sense lately. There's a lot of wicks here. It made sense to buy from the bottom of this range. I don't know if it made sense to sell from the top, but there's times where it does make sense, like here, this sell-off, this run up, this sell-off down here, okay? There's this gap close right here. There's lots of times where it can actually be somewhat predictable, and those are the days you got to save your energy for and your money for, but you can't lose it in this BS. So that's my TED Talk. I appreciate you watching. Sorry if the sound was weird. I'm in an Airbnb. I traveled for Thanksgiving, so I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio for the week. Everyone have a good Thanksgiving. Stay safe. I think tomorrow's price action is going to be pretty crazy because we do have a bunch of red folder events an hour before market open. So I think tomorrow there may be some good opportunities, but if it's rangy, I'm going to chill and take it easy. So, thank you, peace, and I appreciate it. Bye-bye.